Edelweiss, and in Edelweiss we actually have lot of SQL written, and all the logics basically resides in the SQL stored procedures. So that's why I came forward to take the sessions of SQL. So more of SQL is not a big topic, and you guys will just feel like it is a warm-up session or just a revision kind of session. So as we have a lot of interns and lot of freshers who have joined this particular session. So first of all, my agenda today is I'll explain like what are types of applications, how web applications work, and what is the actual need of database and the types of database. So first of all, when you move towards IT field, there are lots of other domains. Okay, software engineer is there, data engineer is there, data scientist is there, and AI ML is there. Everything is there. So always remember that in whenever you are in a software engineering field, the end point or the gold mine today has been the data. Okay, so whatever your application is collecting, or whatever your mobile application is collecting, your might be your enterprise application, desktop application. Finally, we have a set of data which will be stored in an RDBMS or a non-RDBMS, and that data will be then used by an AI engineer, ML engineer, or data engineer to train their models or for the or data analysis to predict the future of the business. So that's why data is very much important, and extracting the data is done by the data engineers. So first of all, as we all are belonging to a software engineering domain, so we will talk about applications as we are the main core of the IT, because all the data, everything which comes, see, whenever a user is putting his name, his anything, his salary or anything like that, so we have to create a UI for it, right? So we'll keep this session interactive as there are a lot of people more experienced than me. They can anyway cut me off. They can tell me that Sushant, sorry, Mahadev, you can stop it, and I will further speak on this. So no issues. You can just let off your ego and come up with your own ideas or whatever you have in your project. So we'll start with some basic introduction. What is web application? What is the need of database? What are the types of database? And then we can straight away jump into the SQL queries and how to write different types of SQL queries, how to create stored procedures and functions and those all stuff. So let's start. So as we all belonging to a software engineer domain, so most of us build either web application, mobile application, or a desktop application. As most of us are from a .NET background. So initially, when .NET came in 1995, we all had an ASPX pages, active server pages, where everything was server rendered, and all the data we either have the backend and then we had a database, and all the data, the web pages were rendered from the server, and whatever the user is inputting the data from the front end, that was directly getting stored into an SQL. So initially there was the non-RDBMS was less popular. So first I will explain what are web applications. See, an application is nothing but it follows a certain set of rules. Whatever application is there. For example, suppose Amazon is there, Flipkart is there, any application, what a software engineer does is it sets a certain set of rules on with the help of the languages, and then that rules is followed by that application, and we give an product to an end user so that it can help us for our business. Okay, so what is a web application? What is the difference between these different kind of application? I'll tell. Web application are generally hosted on a server. As we all know, there are different types of methods in which hosting has came. Azure, AWS is there, cloud hosting is there, on-premises hosting is there. Nowadays, most of the companies are preferring towards the cloud hosting because all the infrastructure of the server is managed by the cloud. The most, I would say, the this popular cloud are AWS, Azure, and GCP. So in web application, we have a front end, we have a back end, and then we have a database. So in the full stack also, there are two parts. First one is the MVC part, and the second one is an Angular React part, and the backend is your web API part, and the backend is the database. What happens in a typical MVC project is whatever the views are created, that views are created on the server side, and we are directly giving a ready-made HTML to the front end so that all the business logic plus the UI logic is written in your backend. So initially, this was only the pattern which was followed in web application development, that all the logic, whether it might be a business logic or UI logic, it will be written in your server side, and your server will give you the only the ready-made HTML to the front end. So this was a multi-page application. Whenever a user clicked anything, a request goes to a server, and again it used to reprocess, it used to create an HTML, and again it used to go to the front end. So this was very heavy. It used to be called as a multi-page application. So slowly, in 2007 8 we came up with an jQuery. jQuery was a very hit. Okay, if there are any people who have worked with old developers, they have worked with jQuery. jQuery was a super hit model. What it does, it made the DOM manipulation very much easier. Okay, so then after in 2012 we came up with Google came up with an Angular, where it created a complete UI framework, so that the single page application model came into an picture, and slowly Facebook came up with an React changed everything in how which we develop an web applications. So here I have created a basic flow in which how the life cycle of a typical web application work. We have an index.html place, we have app.route. So everything will, this is the main thing in which the single page application actually behaves. Okay, all the particular routes are stored in this index.html, and then we have HTTP client, or we use RxJS in Angular, so that calls your web API, and all the data here is sent via an JSON or an XML. So as we all know, the modern application uses JSON as an data to send the data from the front end to back end, and that JSON is serialized into your C# object. Okay, your JSON object is serialized into your deserialized into your C# object, and while sending the data again from the backend, it again get serialized into your JSON object. So then we have a model binding. Model binding invokes, and based on the routing, the that particular controller is called. And in this way, your complete application works. So where the database comes into the picture. In this particular complete life cycle, where will the database come into picture? Anyone? You can just unmute yourself. Where will the database come into the picture? As there are a lot of experienced people, so they can just unmute themselves and they can tell. Hello? Hello? Yes? Yes, Bhaskar. Hello? Hello?
Hello. Yeah, this side
Yes, Arjun.
Shaviz.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So whenever we need to pull or post uh, anything, any object data in the database, so database we require the database for the backend.
O- Okay, correct. Anything which the user puts an input, anything he puts on the UI, that has to be stored that has to be stored somewhere, right? That has to be stored somewhere. So database is an endpoint of any application, where whenever the user puts his name, anything like that, it get directly stored. It goes through a life cycle of your application, it gets sanitizes. Front end validations are there, back end validations are there. As in .NET Core we have fluent validations, and after a lot of life cycle, it finally gets stored into the table, or it get or it it's a if it's a NoSQL, it will get stored into a document or in a JSON format. But the endpoint of your data, it is directly getting stored in your database. So database is very much crucial part of your, I would say, an application. It is an endpoint or your destination of whatever a user puts into the front end. So now let's start into the database directly. Like what is an DBMS? So DBMS is nothing but a relational database system in which we store the data either in the form of tables or either in the form of documents. So in DBMS, there are two types of two differentiation. First one is relational database management system, and second one is non-relational database management system. In relational database management system, see, first of all, whatever your data is there, it will get stored in a simple table in a relational database management system. What are the examples? SQL Server is there, MySQL is there, and your Postgres is there. Postgres is there. Again, SQLite is there. So these all are your example of an relational database management system. There are number of tables in it, and the tables are connected via some linking columns, which we usually called as foreign key. Okay. So the foreign key, even if there are no foreign keys available, but we have linking columns. For example, I have an employee table, I have an department table. Okay. My employee ID, and in my department table, I have employee ID again. Even if like in the main table my primary key is there, and in department table I don't reference it to foreign key, can I make a join? Can I make a join even if simple question, my main table is there, employee table, and my second table is department table. I want to join employee table to the department table based on the employee ID. My employee ID is primary key, and my employee ID in the table 2, it's not an primary key, sorry, it's not an foreign key. Can I join those two tables?
Yes, we can make a join
Yes.
without,
The-
yeah, we can.
yeah, yes, yes. Then why we use foreign key?
So because to avoid the unrelated, store the unrelated data which is not in the primary key of the employee table. So let's
Correct,
suppose in the employee tables, hello,
correct.
in
Yes,
the
yes,
employee
yes, go
table
ahead.
we have the one or one, two, and three. And if we make foreign key in department tables, no, department I depart the structure is the employee. In employee
Hmm.
tables we have the department ID, right?
Correct, correct, correct.
Yeah.
No, no.
So
In
if
employee, I have employee ID, and in department, I have again employee ID.
in department table,
Yes, yes. My employee table is my driving table, means it's a main table, and my department table is the sub table. There is
so
a particular conceptual word. Can you just tell me that there is a word which is used in the SQL world? It's referential
Data
integrity.
redundancy.
data redundancy, na, if we
Yes, yes,
make
yes, yes,
such type
correct,
of,
correct.
yeah,
Hmm.
we can map join mapper tables to avoid the data
Yes.
redundancy for this.
Correct, correct. So there is an we usually called it as referential integrity. That means that anything you can't delete from the I would say child table which is present in your primary table, because it will create an inconsistent data, right? And any column you cannot add, sorry, any row you cannot add into your primary column table, so that that particular row is not present in your child table, because it will return null, and there is no meaning of showing null. Okay, so that's why we call it as an referential integrity. So uh, let's come to the topic again. So RDBMS are usually a set of tables usually connected in such way, with the help of the common columns we connect the tables. Okay, so if there are four tables and I want to connect the table one to the fourth table, and if I don't have any common column between the first table and the fourth table, so what can I do? How can I achieve the relation between the first table and the fourth table, as I don't have any common column between the first table and the fourth table? Anyone? Yes, Mohammed Tawes Azim.
In such
Have
case, we have the some relations, na, among table 1 and table 2, then table 2 and table 3,
correct,
then
correct,
table
correct.
3 and table 4.
Bridging. Yes, yes,
Yeah.
bridging. So what we'll do is we will ask for a table where a column, a column, a table where a column is present in table one also or table four also. If not, and I'll find again one table which is again there, a common column between table two and table three. In such way, to establish a table one and table four, I can't have a direct connection. So I have to go through a series. I have to iterate to the table one, then table two, then table 2 to table 3, and from table 2 to table 4. So that's why it is called as a relational database management system, as I need a relation between the tables to achieve a joins or to fetch the data from the tables. So that's why we call it a relational database management system. In simple DBMS, like Excel, in Microsoft Excel, what I'm having a simple Excel spreadsheet, and I'm simply dumping the data, and I don't need any relations. So we generally use VLOOKUP and those all particular things to fetch the data from an Excel sheet. Okay, so that is a simple DBMS. I don't require any relationship. But in RDBMS, relational database management system, I need the relationship between the two tables, I need the common columns between the two tables so that I can perform the join on the on condition. Okay, this is the first thing. DBMS, as I told, so this all are very basic. What is a table? A table is like an Excel sheet with rows and columns. Okay, a simple table, it contains rows and columns. And yeah, okay. So these are very simple thing I've written. A single entry in a table. What is a row? What is a record? What is a tuple? What is a column? Primary key, foreign key. So I will explain this as we go ahead with this lecture. Like what are the different types of keys? What are view? What are stored procedures? What are functions? What are triggers? What is normalization? What is denormalization? And all this stuff. Okay. So can anyone, like, before jumping directly into an SQL, as most of us are .NET developers, so can anyone explain me how ORM has reduced the manual work of the queries? Like what is an ORM and how it has helped, whether it has helped developer, or like in what way it has shaped the software program? Can anyone tell me? Hello, hello guys. Anyone can unmute themselves directly. We don't have any restriction that you can't speak or something like that. We are in IT. Come on.
ORM, yeah, hi.
Yes,
So
yes,
ORM
yes.
can help us to improve the rewriting of the code. So there is a we can reuse usability functionalities by creating the repositories and all the things like entity
Okay,
ORM
so
like this.
okay, correct. ORM, what can you, if you know what is actually ORM, like what actually ORM stands for or what it
Object
does?
relational mapper.
Correct.
So
Okay,
we are not restricted to use in SQL, MySQL when we use the
correct, correct.
ORM. So we
Yes,
can
yes,
use any database like a SQL, MySQL. So if
correct.
we are using the ORM in our applications.
Correct. So ORM is nothing but an object relational mapping. So the for example, you have a public class employee in your backend. So that public class employee, that employee will directly get converted into the table name and the properties which are there, public int ID, public string name, whatever the properties which are there, getter setter properties, that properties will get converted into the column name. So that thing which is happening where, as if you know EF core, entity framework core is there, it is an one of an ORM in .NET. So what it does when you're running the migrations, actually behind the scenes, we have two files which gets created, and that files, what it actually does is it takes your model and that gets mapped into the table name. It takes your fields and it will get converted into your column name. So object relational mapping, internally what it does is it takes your model, get converts it into the table, and how many times you're creating the instance of that class, so that instance will get converted into the rows. Suppose I'm creating the instance of the employee class 10 times, then 10 rows will be created based on that ORM. As Mohammed already said, that as we all know, uh, that if I am using ORM, if even if my database get changed, if suppose from SQL Server I'm going to Postgre, I need not to take any tension as my models are already there. What I'll do is builder.services dot add db context is there, and in that code just I will add MySQL connection, and with the help of that I will install the SQL NuGet packages or Postgre NuGet packages, and in the backend the same, I'll just add the name of the this username and password of that particular database, and all my tables will be created into the MySQL. All my tables will be created into an MySQL instead of SQL Server. So that's why I'm not tightly coupled with any database as in future. So totally I am restricted towards my logical code, my backend code, and all the database related stuff is taken care by the ORM. So that is the simple meaning of ORM, object relational mapper. Okay. Till this point, if anyone want anything.
It's basically work for like an code first approach.
Yes, yes, yes. In EF Core, we have three approaches: model first, code first, and database first.
Database
Anything we
first.
can do. Yes, yes. Anything. Suppose you have your database logic ready, and you want to perform create models based on your database. You can go with the database first approach. If your model is
Yeah.
ready, and if you want your code, sorry, if you want your database or your tables based on your model, you can go with database first approach. Model first approach is an hybrid this what we say hybrid approach in which you can like have both of it. Okay,
Uh,
so
those are coming under like a full ORM. And if
oh,
suppose Dapper concept is there, so it is
yes,
coming in
yes,
the macro
dapper
ORM.
micro ORM,
Okay.
yes, yes,
And if it
yes,
is an entity framework, that is also coming under the full ORM.
full
So the
ORM,
full
full ORM.
ORM and hybrid kind of the things are there. It is like a code first, and then there is a database first approach. If it is a model, then it is coming under the Dapper.
Correct, correct,
Entity
correct.
framework supported a model for first approach. Sorry,
Yes,
entity framework core.
EF Core, yes. See, .NET Core came in 2016. Before that, they have we had entity framework, just entity framework. Then
Mhm.
after 2016, they came up with entity framework core. Just they added a word uh, into that. So they added fluent validations in it, and like they have
I
made.
think model first approach we are using visual designer. So I think in entity framework core it's not supported.
So in my project, we are using model first only. In EFRS is our project Angular plus .NET Core. So in
Mhm.
that, basically, we are using a model first approach, and we have tables. Sorry, we have models created with us, and we are just running the migration. Suppose if new column is added or something like that, so we are doing that. If anything
So
like that, if
can you tell me model first approach?
like what you need, what you want me to.
I need the way. What is the approach? But we are doing like in code first approach we are creating first model and db context and giving the connection string. After that we are running the migration like create migration add migration name and after that updating the database, so it will create automatically a database and based on the model entity it's creating
Mhm.
tables. So and when we are using database approach, so in the database approach, we are creating first database and table. So based on the database and table, when we are running the migration, that time it already generated the our models and DB context class. So and just I want to know about model first approach.
Okay, see, model first approach is more of like code first only,
Mhm.
where your main approach there is to create the models only, and then you run an EF core migrations. So it's it's an scaffold DB context. So your this DB context is scaffolded, and the tables are created at your backend.
So for the model first approach, we are writing any code or we are using visual designer like drag and drop we are doing.
No, we are using Visual Designer.
Mhm.
We are using Visual Designer.
Okay.
Yes.
So my question, I have one question. So is when we choose model first approach, because I used code first and database first approach both, but model first approach I didn't. So is there any particular scenario where we can choose among three?
Uh,
One of
see, I will clear the one point here. There is only two primary approach in the EF core. Okay, basically the code and data. So model first approach, it was using earlier in the entity framework only. So it is deprecated from the EF core. So it is manually having the work. So if you are go with like anything, so considerably there is a visual designer or wizard for the DB model supports. So it is not supporting properly with the EF core. It is mostly visual designer and the wizard DB. It's that time only working for the entity framework. Okay, so
Yes,
just clear it
yes,
out.
you are correct, Rupesh. Yes.
thank you.
Okay. So yes. So let's start with this. Now I have created few tables here, and here are few tables which I have been created. So let's start with the queries. Okay, first of all, I will explain that what are the DML operation, DDL operation, TCL, TQL, and DCL operations. So, first of all, what is an DML operation? A DML operation means it whenever your data is getting affected between the tables, then you have the DML operation. So that is an data manipulation language. When you are inserting anything into your table, when you're updating something into your table, or you're deleting something, so we have a data manipulation language for that. So that is an DML. Okay. The second thing is DDL, data definition language. So if you're changing the structure of your tables, then definitely it is an data structure language. So if you are creating a new table, of your altering, or you're dropping, or you're truncating your own table, and or you're removing the table, or you're renaming even your table, you're changing the structure of your table. Okay. So at that time, it is called as an data definition language, as you're changing the definition of your table. The third thing is transition. Okay. We have commit, rollback, save point in it. And in DQL, it is a simple query. Okay. When you're the main focus, which in SQL is retrieving the data. So that's why it is a data query language. And then again, DCL is there. That is for the administrator purpose, grant, revoke, deny. Those all are there. Okay, so that is for an administrator purpose. We are not much concerned as a development purpose. We are not much concerned with this grant, revoke, and deny. What basically in our daily use case we do is we do DML, DDL, TCL, and DQL. Okay, so DQL we basically do for if you want any data regarding for the audit purpose, and like that you run the basic select statements. You run that. Okay. So let's start with the functions. Okay, let's start with an inbuilt functions of an SQL. So I've created a few. Okay. So in SQL, as we all know, in .NET Core also we have our system-defined middleware, and we have our own middlewares. We can create our own middlewares. In the same way, in the functions, we can have our own functions also, or we can use the inbuilt functions of the SQL which is provided to us. Okay, so these are numeric function. For example, this will give an absolute value of the 20. So this will return a 20, an absolute, like we have a mod, we use the mod, so it will give an apps value. So this is 20. So floor, power, these all are numeric functions. So this basically work on the numerical value, like decimal, or your integer, float, anything like that. Floor value, so as we know, floor and ceiling 3.4.9, as if we use ceiling function to this, the 5 will get written. If I'm using floor function, then 4 will get written. So here, if I'm using floor, so it will get the downer value. Again here, power, 3 of power 2, 9, as you all know, 3 square 9. Again, round off. So in this round off, after decimal, it will take two values. So the rounded value, this, if you hover just here, it will tell you expression, precision, and function. So whatever it returns, so it will take that, and a rounded value 570. So it will get round off, as this is 67, so this has got rounded off. Okay. And this is square root. As you all know, square root of 49 is 7. So radians, again 3 point this 3 radians. Square root of 12. So 12 square root 144. And this will give a random number. Okay, this will give a random number, whatever this is there. So it will just give a random number of this. So these are basically numeric function which is required when you're writing your simple SQL queries. And this is the numeric functions. And if I go here, I have string. So string functions are a lot used in our project. Okay. So string functions are very much used in our project. So I've used the name of this function. So upper, so it will give an upper hand. So all will this way get converted into an uppercase. So if I use this, so see, it will get converted into upper. Lower is got converted into lower. Length, so it will give me a total length of this string, as I say 1 2 3. 11. So this must return the 11 of this particular string. Okay, so this has got 11. Now this will give an substring, as it's not like an array that this indexing will start from 0. Basically it will return this, it will start from 1. If you just hover here substring, so it will give an expression starting position of int and the length of the int. Like it will start from 1 and it will return the length from 1. So it will give che. Okay, and this replace, now this replace function, if you just hover it over here, it will say experience expression to be searched for, searched expression and replaced expression. This means this is my total string, I want to replace this string with this particular string, so the new text will get smart work. This hard got replaced with the smart. So char index position of a, this is the name, so the position of a. Okay, so it will give a position of A, and I'm having L trim again. It will just trim these spaces, whatever the empty spaces which I have here. So this will get trimmed. So I have an L trim. Okay. And again a right trim. These spaces will get trimmed. Right trim. And if I'm not using R trim or right trim, and if I'm having spaces on the both the side, it will get trimmed on both of the side. In this way. Okay. So replicate, this will replicate for, like it's like an for loop, like we have a for loop. So this will replicate this for three times. Reverse, so this will reverse the function. This TAN, it will get reverse. So we have a reverse function for it. So this got reverse. Okay. So again we have stuff, format, concatenate. So these are not likely used, stuff and format. We use concatenate a lot. Like we have two different string, and if you want to put up the two different string, and then we can use the concatenate function. Okay. Join date, it will just join the date. Okay. If you want, if you are having any confusion, you can just hover it over. It will give you an intelligence that what will it return and what parameter it takes. So these are the string functions. So there are lots of different types of functions: string functions, numeric function. Date function is also widely used. Okay, so apart from numeric functions and string functions, we have date functions also, which is widely used. So let's see that date and time function. So here select get date, it will return the current date and time. Okay, so as we change different RDBMS, in MySQL this syntax is different, in Postgre this syntax is different. Okay, sys date and time, this will return the sys date and time. Again it will give in the form of YY, MM, DD, HH, and second and nanosecond till nanosecond. So current timestamp is all. So date, it will return the get date, and after 7 days it will return my current date. Now today is that, so after 6 if you add 7, so 13. So it will return a date adding current date with an addition of 7. Okay, so date add, so last month, so current month minus of 1. So today is December, so it will return the date prior to December, that is November. Okay, so date difference is a function. If you just hover it over, it will give you an interval string date time and ending date time. Okay, so just a date difference between these two, and it is 7. Okay, so as from 1 till get date, it will give an 7. Okay, in the form of years. If I change here months, so it will give in the months, in the term of months, as from 2018 to 2025, 7 years difference is there. So date def based on the years, then date name. So these are basic things. You can just uh, come to this W3 school, and you have this thing, and you can just practice. It is very useful. Just if you give 2 to 3 hours to practice this W3 school, your complete SQL will get this, it will get revised. Okay, so these are all various types of functions. Last functions I'll show, that is the conversion function. With date time date. Okay, so here only I have written. So this will basically give the date and time. So this will give current date and time, and month, date, year apart. Okay, so Now I'll start with basic SQL queries. Okay. So I have three tables created. Select star from employees, select star from departments, and select star from projects. Projects. Okay. So three tables. First table, I have an employee name, I have a salary, I have a department, and I have a manager ID. Then in second, I have department ID. Okay, department name, project name. So your department ID in the first table, I can join to this second table, which is departments. And then again, I have employee ID over here and employee ID over here. So this is my main table, which is driving table, or I could say parent table, and these two are child table. I can perform this. So can anyone tell me that the logical sequence of any SQL query which we write is select star from join. Wait a minute. The logical sequence in which we write query join on where group by having order by limit and offset. Okay, we write on our editor on in this form, but the query execution is something different. Okay, the SQL engine will not treat this query in this way, it will treat in something another. Can anyone tell me like in what way this particular SQL query is the SQL engine, what like in what sequence it returns? Hello. Hello. From down to upward? No, it will not start from down to upward. Yes, Mohammed, you can just unmute. Hello. Okay. So this query execution doesn't happen linearly or sequentially like this. Okay. First, your join happens on based on your on condition. Filtering happens based on where. Group by happens whereby, and then finally this select get occurs. This particular select after having. Okay. And then it orders based on the selected data, because if the select gets executed at the first, then the SQL don't know that what to select, because the join has not executed now, the where condition has not executed, the group by hasn't executed, the having clause hasn't came. Okay, neither this particular things has executed. So that's why always remember you're writing in this way, but the execution happens in this way. That's why when you're writing link queries in your EF core, you don't write like this. You don't write random queries like this. You write from join on e.id, then you apply join, and then you write the select at the end. Isn't it? Hello guys, please at least I am feeling awkward that nobody's speaking. Hello.
Yes, Mahadev.
Yeah, Azim. Is my voice audible? Like,
Yeah, yeah, audible.
yeah, okay. So the sequence happens something in a different manner, okay? Because so that's why in link queries we don't write select at the at first, we write select at the end, okay? So this is the way how we write. So just I will write few queries based on this three tables. Okay. So I have this salary. Now I will first use the between clause, and I'll tell you that if I want a salary between 4,000 and 5,000, so I'll write select star from employees where salary between suppose 50,000 and 90,000. It will return me a people having salary 50,000 and 90,000. What if I reverse this condition? Will this work? 50,000, 90,000 to 50,000. Will
It
it
will
work?
work.
It will
Yes.
work. What
Yes,
will
sir.
it
Yes, sir.
return?
Yes, sir. Same
What
data.
will it return? Same data.
I guess, sir.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Like your start point and end point, this should be small, right? From 90,000 to 50,000, it won't work. It will work in a linear fashion. Okay, from 50,000 to 90,000, if you're saying, this will show you in data. Reverse won't apply here. Okay, in the between clause. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So select star from employees where salary in. So let me know what will this query execute. 7,000, sorry, 70,000, 80,000 and 55,000 and 55,000. What will it return? Anyone? Based on the table?
Three rows.
It returns 70,000, 30,000 and 50,000 record. So
So in matches an exact value from it. Okay. Can I use equal to over here? No, I can't, because equal to is only applicable for a single value. If I have a single value over here, then only I can have an equal to. Okay. So equal to is for single column. Okay. So let's apply a simple join and see what happens. So how can I apply a join on these three tables? So first of all, I'll write select star from employees E join. Join, join what? Departments. Join what? Departments D on E dot. So how I am having a department ID common, which is D dot department ID. Again, I will perform another join of what projects? Projects P on between projects and department. I have a common column that is what? That is an employee ID
Employee
on
ID.
P dot employee ID equal to P dot employee ID. Okay, so this is so when I'm not specifying any join, so which join it is by default, which join SQL considers, SQL engine considers
Inner join.
Inner
inner
join.
join. Okay, so it's an inner join. Suppose is it compulsion to give an alias over here, or can I perform join without an alias?
Yeah, you
It is
can
not
perform
compulsory.
without alias.
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, so alias is basically to make our life easier, so that if I don't use alias in this case, if I remove the alias, then I have to write this complete table name every time I am performing the join. Every time I need to use this while performing an join in this way. So this will create an headache for developer. So that's why we use an alias. Okay, we use an alias. There is no differentiation. Okay, I can use or I may not use, but it will create a huge difficulty. So that's why we use alias to the particular table to perform the joins. Okay. So suppose in this now on the table, I want to find the highest salary. Highest salary. Can anyone guide me to how to write an query to find an max salary? So as we have studied, an aggregate functions are there where we have max, min, average. So that's why with the help of that, I can find the max salary. So I'll write, first of all, I'll take the table, select star from employees, and I'll use a simple aggregate function max, and I'll use the salary from employees. Okay, select max salary from employees. Suppose if I am writing here as employee name, okay, and I am using a group by, okay, employee name. What happened here? Why this returned this many records? Anyone? I simply wanted and max
Because
salary.
you are grouping with your employee name. That's why it's returning. So based on the
Yes.
employee only, it's returning max salary.
Yes. So group by first, what it did, it all group by based on the employee name and then is executed this particular thing. If I want a simple max salary, I can just remove this. I will comment group by and simply I'll say max salary. I'll get the max salary out of it. Okay. Now, if I want top two highest salary owners from this table, top through highest salary owners from this table, how can I do this?
Top
Either
two
I
order by
can,
descending.
yes, select star from employees. As I have told here that we have a sequence of SQL queries in which we can write. So select star from, join, on, where, group by, having, order by, limit, and offset. So what I'll do is select star from employee, salary, order by salary, DESC, limit, limit, how much? Limit 2, and I will not use any offset. What offset does is offset will skip the rows. I don't want to use an offset. I just want top two people who are earning an highest salary. Limit, why this many? Select top two star. What happened here?
Net top.
I think limit won't work here.
Limit will not work here.
Why?
You'll have to use select top two.
Anyone, please? Hello?
Offset, offset is missing.
Offset is missing. That's why it's not working. Or
Limit will not work here. You'll have to use select top two.
anyone, please guide.
Am I audible?
Ah, yes.
Limit will not work here. You'll have to use select top two.
If I use select top two, then will I get?
You'll get two records. Then you'll have to sort it. I mean, whatever you were doing in the previous query, limit you'll have to replace limit with top.
But why this query won't work?
Limit keyword is not supported by SQL Server.
Okay, so I use MySQL, I guess. Okay. So can we use row number also over here? Row number. Can we use a
Yes,
row
yes, you
number?
can use row number. You can use.
Okay. So if I use a row number, select employee name, comma, row number, and simply what I'll write here is over clause. In that over clause, as we have a group by, we have a partition by here. We have an partition by. Partition by what?
Salary.
Salary. Order by, again salary. Wait, this is coming here. Order by salary, DESC. So I'll give this name as as Rn, as Rn. So this will give an row number. Now I want to find based on the salary. So this row number basically will give the row number for that particular column, like whatever I'm having. Okay. So what is the difference between row number, dense rank and rank? Can anyone tell?
Row number returning actual row, and uh, if you are using dense, then it's missing the row. Suppose that
Row,
you have
yes, row
row means,
number
suppose
will
that, okay, you can go ahead.
row number, whenever there is a tie, row
Hmm.
number will give a different number to that particular. If there is a tie, suppose 90,000, 90,000 is there. So when there is a tie between two, so row number will give the same number, like it will give different number. But rank, what will do, rank will skip. Suppose if there are five people, okay, so five people got 100 marks and six people got suppose 99 marks. So the first five people will have an all India rank 1, and the second people, when I'm using rank, he will have an all India rank of 6, because whenever the ties are there, row number, what will row number do? 1 2 3 4 5, it will give the different number. But what rank function will do, rank function will give the same number whenever there is a tie. And what this the difference exactly is, when you want to find the duplicate, use the row number. When you want to find the highest salary, you can use rank function, so that it will, whenever a tie is there, it will give the same number, and uh, a different row is written, it will give a different number. So
Then what is the difference between dense vs dense rank?
dense seed row number, if there is a tie, suppose if people got 100 first rank is clear, 100 marks and 200 marks. So
Okay.
so row number will give 1 2 3 4 row number.
Mm-hmm.
And dense rank, what will it do, it will be a opposite of rank. Suppose if six people are there, five people got 100 marks, second people got 99 marks, then it will be 1 1 1 1, and it will be 2. In rank it will be 6, but in dense rank it will be 2.
But you are telling difference between first thing, you are telling difference between row number vs rank. Sorry.
In, see, in row number, suppose if five people are there, okay,
Mhm.
in five people, 90,000, each one have 90,000 salary, then the row number will give 1 2 3 4 5. And if it is suppose 89,000, it will again start from 1, again 89,000 1 2 again. But in rank, all will get 1 1 1 1. In 89,000, then it will go to the sixth number,
Hmm.
as five
Yes.
already matching are there. And in dense rank, 1 1 1 1 1, and in 89,000 it will give 2.
Mhm.
Then again 2 2 2 2 2, and again 3 3 3 3 3. So whenever the
Can
matching
you
is
repeat
there,
again
it
for the
will
row
stop.
number?
Wait. Row
Yes, you
number,
are telling correct.
rank, and dense rank. Okay. See, all are differentiated based on the ties. Okay. In row number, if the tie is there, it will give the different number. In rank, if the ties are there, it will give the same number, but the alternative number will be not the subsequent number. It will be a different number. Yeah,
It will
suppose.
skip the rank.
Yeah, it will skip the rank. As if you want to, if there is an exam, UPSC exam is there. So
Mhm.
in top 100 AR, in top 100, there has to be 100 people. Even if suppose 20 people are scoring the same marks. So
Mhm.
I can't do that. Okay, 20 people are there in AR 1, then the second person will be AR 2. No, the second person will be AR 21
Yes.
directly. As 20 people are AR 1 with the same work, the second people will be this. He will be an AR 21.
Mm-hmm. Understood.
But in row number it will be like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. Then again suppose in again the second topper, same people, five people are there, again 1 2 3 4 5. And in dense rank, what it will do, 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. And in again same matching is there, 2 2 2 2 2 2. In this way the differentiation is there based on the row number and rank. Okay. As we all know that there are different types of joins which we have. Inner join, we will have the common rows between the two tables. Left join, all the rows from the left table, but the matching from the right table, and in right all the rows from the right and only the matching from the left. In full outer we get exactly, and in cross join we don't use any on clause. Okay, for example, if I want to perform a cross join here, select star from employees, suppose in those two tables I want to perform a cross join. So I have an department table, I'll simply write cross join and I'll write departments. So I have an cross join. So suppose how will cross join work is
It will
the
multiply.
one, yes, it will multiply just in the form of table. 6 fours are 20. So the first employee ID, it will get matched with all like 101, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 101 will have all the four departments. 102 will have all the four departments. 103 will have all the four departments. 104 will have all the four departments. In this way, the cross join will work. Suppose just I want to ask a simple thing. If I have a table 1 and I have another table 2. Okay, in table 1, I have rows 1, 1, 2, 2, and 3. And here in table 2, I have 1, 2, 2, 3, and 3. If I perform left join on these two tables, or inner join or right join, like how many rows will get printed on this particular table?
Sorry.
This is table 1.
Hmm.
Okay, this is a primary key. This is an foreign key. Suppose I am performing an left join. This one will get matched with one row will come. This
Yes.
one with 2, no match, no row. This one with 2, no match, no row. This one with 3, no match, no row. This one with 3, no match, no row. So one row from this. Again, it will like act as a nested for loop. Okay,
When
this
if you are using here primary key, then how you will store duplicate number?
just I'm telling you. Otherwise, you can remove here. Okay, it's a primary key. I know that you can't store duplicate. Uniqueness and not null is there. Just I'm telling that suppose if I have two rows basically, and if you want to perform the joins, and then based on the joins, how like it will work like a nested for loop. This two will get related to each row into this particular table, and this row will get connected with each row on this particular table. So in this way, the join works. It will simply act like your nested for loop. So it will act like your nested for loop, and based on that, the rows gets counted. So this is your like the joins. What happens on your on condition. So this is what happens in your on conditions. So internally, it gets converted into the form of the nested loops. Okay, so few topics are there like cursors, indexes, triggers.
Here one more thing. Hello.
Yes, yes,
If you will use here full join, then what will be output? Go there in SQL
yes,
Server
yes,
editor.
yes.
If you have two tables, right? Go in table employee and department. Okay.
Hmm.
And here if you will use full join, full outer join, then what will be output? How many records it will give?
Now here one is there, one
Mhm.
department is there. Okay,
Mhm.
so all the rows it will come from this table, and
Mhm.
also the matching rows it will come from the matching rows, it will come from both the table, and all the rows it will come from both the table. So
Mhm.
if you say this one will get connected with one, so one row is there. This one with two, no row again. This one with three, no row again. This one with four, no row again. Okay,
Mhm.
first row came here. This one with one, again it came one row. This one with two,
Just tell
no
me
row
how many
affected.
rows. How many rows is will written?
One row came here, second row came here, third row here, fourth row here, fifth row. Five rows, and here this null will also come. 6 rows will come in total.
No. Here it will return 7 rows. The full iter join means it will return both common record, okay, from both table, and apart from that it will record unmatching record from left table and plus unmatching record from right table. Can you
See now,
can you
see,
write full auto join here and
see,
execute this query?
see. Here you are saying this one department it will get connected with one row came.
Mm-hmm.
Second, please, like you can just iterate like one from the department one and second from the department two. Like how many rows will come?
Can you write full outer join here and execute one? I think it will return 7 record.
7 records.
I think
Okay, just
maybe.
we will try full outer join department on. I'll just give an alias e departments d on e dot department id equal to e dot department id 7. Okay, the null which is extra of marketing it will come here. Okay, sorry.
Mhm. Yes. It's
Okay,
returning first it's taking common record from both table, and after it's taking unmatching record from left table, and plus it's taking unmatching record from right table.
last
So
table.
Right
unmatching
Okay,
table.
record is there from right
last
table,
table.
that
Sorry,
is
sorry. I'm really sorry
department
for
that
that.
is 4.
Okay, so last table which is marketing it is not available here. So the first join got here. First row came. Second row, first join. Then again it came here. Second row got returned. Two, third row got returned. Fourth row got returned. This three, fifth row got returned. And this null sixth and this again marketing seventh. Am I right? This marketing was the last row which got written over here. Seventh row, the marketing one. What if I use an inner join?
It will return matching record only from both table.
5 and left join 6 records, as we had an unmatching record of the sixth one, and cross join we already know simple this. Okay, so little bit of explanation of this like indexes and views, and then then this Tanuja will is going to continue this session. I think so. She might be conducting stored procedures and triggers. So we will hand it over to him. Her. So simple.
Mahadev,
Yes, yes.
can we have a discussion over cross apply and outer apply?
Cross apply and outer apply I haven't used anywhere in my project. I've like we had a basic join. If you know, you can just share your screen and you can like no
No,
issues.
that's what I have also not used, but in some projects I found that they are using frequently
Yeah,
just
yeah.
for
See,
the
yes, yes. In my one of the project, one of my colleague is using that, but I haven't went into that deep because see, that is something the 20% of the SQL now means 80% of your SQL is this. So cross supply, I just heard about it, but I haven't used. Like anyone, if they knows regarding the cross apply, they can tell anytime.
You are discussing about cross join.
No, no, he's asking about cross apply. That someone asked that he want to know about what is cross apply.
Sangam, if you know, please explain here.
Yes.
Sangam.
actually it is I think it is just a substitute of subquery. Suppose if you want to suppose if we have a employee name, employee ID, and from the project I want to get how many some the person employee is working on how many projects. So I just want to get the count of that. So we can, for that we can calculation, we can perform cross apply. So that's what. It is just like a subquery.
So then CT, then like what is the difference between CT and cross-join? Because CT which we are using, suppose with CT as we are writing it, and that CT we are using into our, it is also kind of like that, no? Then what
Yes,
is,
yes, yes.
No, no,
Yeah,
no,
so
no,
that's
no, no,
what.
no, no,
yes,
no,
someone is speaking.
no, no,
Yes,
no.
please.
No, no, no. Actually, City, when it was working, when
Hmm.
suppose if the session is loading, consider we are executing any query. So up to
Hmm.
that query execution, the city is work. Okay. So after
Hmm.
that city work done. Okay. So suppose the query was executed, and in between that query, whatever the result set we get it, up to that temporary result set, the city is working. But that one question you are asking, like an a cross apply and outer apply, it is like an a row by row execution is happening with a table.
Then does it work like cursors?
Yeah, does it work like a cursor? But how this like an cross and like an outer apply, it is basically the working of the dynamic subquery.
Dynamic subquery.
Yeah.
Means are the table name given at runtime like we have in dynamic SQL in which we
Kind of,
dynamically
kind of,
kind of.
kind of. Yeah.
Okay.
And it is
Okay.
basically mostly having the work with like an finance domain, e-commerce domain project.
Hmm,
Not
hmm,
in
hmm, hmm.
any basic
Hmm.
specifically about any other domain like an energy sector or like an mostly about to be HFT. Okay, so where trading
HFT.
things are coming.
Hmm, hmm,
Okay,
hmm, hmm,
so
hmm,
in
hmm,
that
hmm,
case
hmm.
also they mostly use it
Okay,
because in
understood.
between they have to be changed those data related. Suppose it is interlinked with like a view or something kind of.
Okay, got it. Got it, got it. I just like we mostly don't use that term in the projects. That's why we don't know about that thing. Okay, so we generally, so you are saying that it is like an cursor with dynamic SQL. Is it right?
Yeah, yeah, kind of. I'm not that much sure, but it is a kind of how the cursor is dynamically working. So, like that way, the outer apply or this cross apply will work.
Okay. Okay. So just I'll finish this. Then Tanuja, if she's able, she can continue. So indexing, can
Mahadev.
anyone tell me like if anyone knows have more idea about indexing, they can tell like
Hello?
what is indexing and
Hello, Mahadev.
how it works.
Hello, Mahadev.
Yes, 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 yes.
This is Bhaskar.
Hello.
This is Bhaskar, Mahadev.
Uh, I'm not
Bhaskar,
able to.
This,
Bhaskar is there. He was supposed to be share something. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead, Bhaskar.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Please, please, Bhaskar. I am stopping the
can,
screen. Wait.
can you repeat one more time the join, no, outer join, that like it? Can you repeat one more time, please?
Yeah, please share your screen. I have stopped my
No,
screen.
no. Can you repeat one more time? Can you repeat one more time the joins? One more time.
Okay, wait. I thought you were trying to explain something.
No, no, no. Repeat one more time, please. I'm not understanding. So,
Regarding what? Like, wait, I'll.
like left join, that kind of thing.
Okay, okay.
Left
Left
join,
join.
the join. This only I'm not understanding. So.
Cross join we don't have on condition. And wait. See, I have two tables here. Employee IDs are there, employee names are there, salaries are there, department are there, and manager. See how joins simple as we use nested for loop. The same way the looping happens in join based on the on condition. Suppose I'm having an on condition of department ID over here. So when the simple definition, what it says, if I'm having a common rows between the two table, inner join will return that. Left, right, what will right join do? As someone corrected me that 6 rows, 7 rows will get output. I said 6. So in right join, anything will come come from everything will come from the right table, whether it's matching or not matching. But only the matching will come from, means the matching will come from the two tables. Then we have wait, huh, after right join, I have here left join. In left join, the matching rows will come from the two tables, and even if there is no matching records, like Kiran is not any matching in the department table, so it will come from the left table. So as you see here, first I'll do an inner join. In inner join, department ID one is present, one is present. So one will get connected with one will get connected with one. To this one complete, it will iterate to it, and if it finds any matching, then that row will come. One department id, one row will come. This one to no. So for this one only one row came. Then again for this one only one row came. Then for this two, one row came. For this two, one row came. And for this three, again one row came. Now here, if I would have a left join, again one row would come of Kiran, even if there is no matching. Okay, if I do a right join, even if see marketing is not there here, marketing is not there here, fourth ID is not there here, one more row will be there. If I do an inner join, simply see 5 rows. If I do a right join or a left join, 6 rows. 6 rows. Okay. If I do a full outer join, 7 rows. Full outer join. Full outer right. Full outer join, I would have an 7 rows. And in the cross join, simple table, 4 3s are, no, no, how many tables are there? Just, I will check. 6 4s are 20. So 20 rows will come based on the matching. 20 rows will come based on the matching. If you see here, 20 rows are coming. Wait. It's 4 6 are 24. 24 rows are there based on the matching. So these are different types of joins. If you have any query, you can ask. These two tables have performed joins. You can perform joins on as many as table. There are a limit of 264 tables you can join in SQL Server. And for MySQL, I think so 64 tables you can join on a single row. 4 6 are 24. That's why 24 rows came in the cross join. Anyone? If you have better explanation than this, anyone, as there are more seniors than me, they can please come ahead and they can explain. Yes, Bhaskar,
Yeah, I got it.
have you got it?
Yeah.
Yeah. 6 rows and 7 rows. Only that is the thing. In inner join, in left join, this row will be extra. In right join, this row will be extra. That's why 6 6. Okay. And in 7, this both will be extra. Kiran also will be extra. Marketing also will be extra. That's why it came 7. Someone corrected me in full outer join. I thought this won't come by mistake, but okay. This both rows will come. Okay. So simple explanation I'll give of indexes and views. What are this? And then we can hand it over to Anuja. Okay, so in index, basically indexing we do onto that column on which we are using into the where clause, because what index will internally do is it will create a B tree kind of thing. Suppose if there are 10 people, and if I ask some person to ask the salary of the 10 people, so it will happen a linear search. He will go to person number A, he'll ask the salary. If he says, suppose if I ask to a person, find a person whose salary is 1 lakh. He'll come to person number one. He asks the salary. He says, no, my salary is not 1 lakh. He'll go to the second person. Same thing. So 10 times searching can happen. That means it can iterate to 10 rows. So what indexing does is it will create a B tree inside it. It will segregate into the form 50,000 people onto the left hand side, 50,000 people having salary less then they can have on the left hand side, 50,000 people having salary more than 50,000 onto the right hand side, and it will create an tree structure of it, so that if I ask find a people having salary 70,000, then automatically half of the people who were having salary less than 50,000 that will get eliminated. So that's why internally it will get converted into a B tree form, and hence we will have an B tree index out of it. So there are clustered index, non-clustered index. So clustered index we can only have one clustered index per table. Okay, so primary key is automatically referenced by the clustered index by the SQL Server engine, and we can give n number of non-clustered index. But indexing will help, will make you difficult for the insertion of the data. Okay, it will only help you for the retrieval of the data. Okay, so simply we give indexes if you want to have the fast retrieval based on the common this column names. And views, suppose if there is a large table, okay, I
Mahadev,
want to
Mahadev,
hide. Yes, yes.
can you tell me three differences between cluster index vs non-cluster index?
See, the first difference I can say is that clustered index is automatically given by an SQL server, okay, to the primary keys.
Mhm.
This is the first difference. Second thing is you can only have one clustered index per table. Into the for per one table you can only have one clustered index. Non-clustered index you can give how as many as you want. Okay, if there are suppose five columns, you can give five columns to the this thing to that. And again, I would say mm, clustered index it affects your physical order in which it is stored, whereas the non-clustered index it does not affect your physical order. Okay, it will create a copy non-cluster index, while clustered index it completely applies to your stored data. And this is what I know. If you have more points regarding this, you can please.
No. You are telling when we are creating primary key, that time cluster index are automatic created, but for non-cluster index,
Yes, yes.
how to create automatic non-cluster index?
While creating the table,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
while creating the table, I don't have idea, but after the table, this is the syntax in which you can just have a non-clustered index, index name on
Mm.
table name, and you can just provide the column name over here. If you want to give a non-clustered index to one column, then one column, two column, three column, as per your choice.
When you are using unique key, that time it's created. Okay,
When you're using,
unique key, unique. That time
okay,
it's created automatically.
when you're creating a unique key, non-clustered index get attached to it. You're saying that?
Yes, yes.
Okay, and for primary key, only clustered index is attached, right? Means clustered index
Yes,
get added.
yes.
Okay.
And
Okay.
second thing, suppose that we have one dictionary
What dictionary?
and dictionary like dictionary, one type of book.
Dictionary. Okay, dictionary.
Like
Yes.
if A is there, then they are having A related data only. If you will
No,
give
I didn't got dictionary. What you said?
yes. And if you will go book indexes, like given this topic has in this page. Understood?
Uh, means this what you say about dictionary, I haven't got. Like what you're saying.
Dictionary means suppose that you have you are searching bag. Okay. So what you will
Okay.
go, you will go in
Hmm.
B character, then only you
Huh.
will get. Okay.
Okay.
So that
Okay.
is cluster index. Means it's
Okay.
storing data in physically. Okay.
Yes.
And
Hmm.
non-cluster index like book index. In book index, like you have indexes in your notebook, and
Hmm.
you want to go your introduction page. So you
Hmm.
will go in index and you will see there in which
Hmm.
page having introduction page. So
Hmm.
you will jump there directly in that. So it's non-cluster index. It's taking
Hmm.
help of cluster index only. Okay.
Okay.
So
Hmm.
non-cluster index, it's storing reference of data.
Yes,
Not
yes, that's what I
data,
said. Na,
okay.
it's taking the copy, na, means it's taking
Mm-hmm.
the copy. That's what I said.
Yeah. If you will insert one data,
Hmm, hmm, hmm.
then for managing order, they will all will
Hmm.
understood very well.
Okay, okay, okay. By giving an example of dictionary.
Huh. See
Okay, okay.
here one implies table is there,
Hmm.
okay,
Hmm.
and you can write two insert query with
Okay,
different imply ID.
okay. Understood.
Suppose that
So
let's see suppose that you have three implies, and
Hmm.
having like imply ID 1, imply ID 2, imply ID 3. Then
Hmm.
what you are going to do, first you are going to insert imply ID 3, okay.
Okay.
Then
Hmm.
it will insert imply ID 3. When you are
Hmm.
doing select operation, then it will, you have only one data, so that's why it will show only imply ID 3 data. And when you are going to, again you are going to insert imply ID 2, okay.
Okay.
So what
Hmm.
it will do, it will jump to up
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
in
Hmm.
the top, okay.
Hmm. Hmm.
That is the managing the order cluster
Hmm.
index.
Hmm.
Whatever you
Okay.
are doing insert, if you are doing insert like in unmanaged data, like if you are inserting first employee id 3, after that employee id 2, and after that employee id 1. So when
Hmm.
you are inserting all, then it will manage the order. It will show like first employee id 1, employee id 2, employee id 3. That
Okay.
is the thing I am telling.
Okay.
It
Okay.
will
Okay.
manage the
I
order.
understood. I understood. 60,
Mhm.
70% I understood. Like what you wanted to say.
Mhm.
Okay. So regarding
okay,
views,
one more point has I want to
huh,
add.
huh,
There is an upper limit of adding non-cluster indexes. It is 999.
uh, per table columns you are telling.
No, columns can be 32. There can be
Okay.
999 non-cluster indexes in a table.
But what? See,
In
index will
table.
be applied to the column, na?
In a table, there can be 999
In a
indexes.
table, in a table. He was telling Sushant in a table. So he is correct. So up to the 99 and we have to go up to that level, the
Okay.
non-cluster index.
I mean, that
Okay.
is not unlimited. We can have maximum 999.
Means
Yeah.
what? I mean, 999 means regarding you're telling the rows or what? Like,
You can create, suppose that you can create in a single
When you
table
are making
99.
your table as a unique key, so up to that the non-cluster index will be reached to that level up to 999. So he's supposed to say that.
okay, 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 okay. Understood. Understood. Understood.
Okay, can we also have a discussion about the need of reindexing?
Yes, yes. So generally, when we query on any table, when there are more number of the non-cluster index or grouping what we create, right? We encounter the performance issues for that. So though it was mentioned only for the insert, but in the select part we're retrieving like a lot of things will change. So we have two concept. One is reorganize or rebuild. These two things has to be taken care. So how we are going to do that is we verify a augmented value, like there is a range called 0 to 30, 30 to 50, and 50 to 90. So based on that, we specify whether the indexes has to be like a rebuild or reorganized. There is a concept called like where we can check the value of the augmentation on
Yeah,
any table.
fragmentation certainly. If you are suppose that if you are having 1 million of record, and in that table you are deleting 6 lakh record, okay. So you need to manage that indexes. So for that you need to alter index, and index and table name and column name, and reorganize, and after that you can do the rebuild. If some modification are there, then you can go with the organization. If large data you have updated, so you can go with rebuild.
Yeah, generally we define that in the space value of it, right? 0 to 30, only then we go nothing to handle, but 30 to 50 or 50 to 90, then we define like what has to be done, like the reorganize or the rebuild.
That is fragmentation.
Yes.
Okay, so can we also have a discussion on execution plan so that it's beneficial for everyone?
Yes. Like anyone can take it up.
No, anyone can. Execution plans regarding you're talking about the slow queries to optimize that, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah, that SQL profiler has an inbuilt so that you get like what joins or which select statement is taking more time so that you can optimize that. That execution plan are you talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, see, if anyone is having more depth idea about it, can please go ahead regarding that stuff. I only know that for optimization purpose, we see the execution plan and we see the timing, like which select statement is taking more time. So based on that, we try to optimize that particular select.
That is the thing only.
That is the only thing. No?
Yes.
Okay. So Tanuja, if you're there, you can continue with, as you said that I'm going to continue.
Yes.
Yeah, so wait, I'll give you an access of sharing the screen. Just a minute. Uh, can you check, are you able to share your screen? I have given you an access so that you can.
No, not it.
Wait. Check now, please.
Yes.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait, but I am not able to see your screen. Okay. Now it's perfect.
Yeah. Can I stop my sharing?
Yeah, you have already shared. You can start. Your screen is visible to me.
Anuja, you there? Hello, Tanuja.
Hello? Yeah,
She's
you
mute.
can see your screen.
Tanuja is on mute. Did she get dropped?
I think so. There is an issue with her. She is unable. If anyone want to like continue, like they want to speak, as Rupesh sir is also there. He is also very good in this SQL kind of thing. Rupesh sir, if you want to speak anything regarding the like more advanced concept of how to optimize the query and that you can please go ahead. Or Sandeep sir is also there. Anyone, just we can continue for
Uh,
15 to 20 minutes more.
to be honest, I am not that actually expert in the SQL.
Neither am I. But as if anyone is there, please they can continue because we have 15 minutes left to this complete this meeting. So we can otherwise can stop.
Can anyone try to ping Tanuja and see if she is
Rupesh,
available?
Rupesh, please go ahead. Hello. Hello, Rupesh sir.
Yeah.
Hello.
Or there are the two Rupesh in our group right now, which you are talking.
I'm telling about you only. Rupesh
Okay, okay,
Deshmukh.
okay. Hey, to be frank, I'm not that much having any experience in the SQL. So why should I provide like an
No,
false
nobody
basis?
having good experience in the SQL. But here not going on interview. We will discuss. We will increase our
Mm-hmm.
knowledge. Okay. Suppose that you have some
Okay.
knowledge, and Manoj having some knowledge, and I'm having some knowledge. So we will share. Then it will group knowledge. Okay. Actually, I'm having a network issue, so I'm unable to share my screen because it will not visible to all. So that's why.
So you can even like have it can speak also means if you want to speak regarding anything like as you explained that non-clustered indexing
Mm-hmm.
anything any concept into the complete SQL from stored procedure to function anything.
Okay, so I'm telling about the view. Okay,
Hmm.
from where you stopped. Okay,
Hmm.
so view is basically one you can tell even virtual area where you can store the query.
Hmm. Hmm.
So can someone will tell me we can update database by using view?
Via
No.
materialized view we can do it.
Sorry,
We can do it by a special kind of view is there via
like
that other
but
via materialized view can we do that?
I didn't understood your meaning of materialized.
Directly via if you are because view is just a pointer or handle to a table, right?
Mm-hmm.
Via simple view you can't directly do that, but like I have read somewhere that you can update the data
Mm-hmm.
using view. There is a particular way to do that.
In which scenario? See, suppose that you have only one table. Okay,
Hmm.
you have only one table, and that table query you have stored in your view, and that
Hmm.
query will not store like any kind of join, group by, any function, any aggregate
Hmm.
function, union all, and subquery. That is
Hmm.
complex query. If don't have, then you can update directly the database. Okay, but your view did not contain your update query. By using view you can update your database. Suppose that select star from employee, you are storing that query in your view. So by using that view, like you have update view, so you can write like this query update view set salary equal to this, where id equal to that. So that kind of you can update your database. But if you are creating any view like create view name, and inside that view you are storing any update query, update employee table, set employee salary equal to this, where employee id equal to that, so it will not work. Understood? Hello.
Pass-
Hello.
So just to add more, in the views, nowhere we can update it. Only the key difference is the view, what we create it as a normal, it's a
Mhm.
virtual table. But whereas in the material view, materialized view, what it happens is just to reduce the cost of the query. It
Mhm.
stores the physical representation of the what the query we are executing.
Mhm.
That is the only advantage what we get from the materialized view. But still in the industry, it is very less used nowadays. It is more cities are used in terms of that. We get a group of data set and then we apply the filters in the out memory, right?
Mhm.
That's a thing. but a key difference like of the material and the normal table view is just storing a physical record. So when we say physical record, it is not the result. It is a query that saves in the DB.
Yes, yes. And what about CTE, common table expression?
CT is again Weave is just you talk about writing big complex queries or some set of join subqueries, right? That was a tradition, but in a CTE, like we get a group result. On the group result again, if you want to apply a filter, only then we consider CTE.
So when we are creating CTE, it's storing anything in your DB?
No, even that doesn't store anything as a physical record.
So what is the scope of CTE?
It also include expression within it. So all these are part of the temporary storage, not a physical storage.
It's using with the main query only.
Yes.
Okay. And what about view? View scope, it's storing in your database or not?
No, Weave is also not storing on the database. It is also a temporary query. So that's the reason.
So if you
But the
have,
materialized Weave is it is storing on the DB.
if you are creating a view, then you are able to see view in your DB, like when you are filtering like store procedure, tables. So that time you are able to see in your database.
It executes the query, right?
No, no. When you are creating any table, so table are storing in your database. Okay, and when you are when you are searching any table, if you are use object explorer in your SQL server, so that time you are able to see your in object explorer you are able to see your table. Understood? In the same way, if you are creating any store procedure, so store procedure also you are able to see in your object explorer. But what about view?
These are also visible in the view section in Object Explorer, not in the table section.
Yes, yes, yes. So coming to the uh,
Sorry. Manish, can you just repeat it? What did you say?
view is also able to see object explorer.
The definition of the view is visible, just like you see the stored procedure.
I can't hear you, bro. Sandeep, you can proceed it. What he was
View,
saying,
view,
I can't
view,
able to
view,
understand.
view is also storing in your database. Okay.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yeah, but it's not storing any records, any rows. It is
Uh-huh.
storing your query only.
Okay.
When you are searching view, na, you can filter it by using object explorer. It will show to you. But
Okay.
city
Okay.
will not show because it's a scope only with the main query only. And coming
Okay.
to the temporary table. Okay. So
Uh-huh.
what about temporary table? How it's different from main table?
Temporary table is that for particular session. If for that particular, if you are using suppose new query, and if my temporary table is filled, if I open a new query, then that temp table is get vanished. So it is for that particular session or for that
Yeah,
particular.
even CT is also same, like temp table,
And
CT, all these are temporary. But whereas store procedure, views, all these
Mahadev,
are
can you share
stored.
your screen? Share your screen.
Yes.
Can you share your screen, Mahadev?
Wait, I'm sharing. Ah,
Please create one temporary table.
create table hash
Mhm.
employee.
Take only two columns. Take only two columns.
Only two column.
Hmm. ID int and name.
Which
Only
employee
any two columns you can take.
employee ID int and employee name varchar 250. Okay.
Give parenthesis and comma. Give comma after int.
Wait, wait.
Here you can write select star from has imply.
Hmm.
Execute it.
Hmm.
Go to new query.
New query.
New window.
Huh.
Here you can paste that select star from imply. You don't have na.
No.
If suppose I want to create this table for the next query editor window, means for the next session, then what we will do?
Are you talking
Suppose
about
we have
Session
global
will be
query?
closed.
Yes,
That
sir.
table also vanish, right? Up to that session level
Sandeep,
only it is present.
and if I want
Sandeep,
to
you're
use in
talking
next
about
session,
Sandeep, you are
Yeah,
talking
in
about
this
global
session
query
it will
hashtag.
work. In this
yes,
session it will work.
yes. Do one thing. Give double hash instead of hash. Give double hash. First drop it.
That is global. Then again multiple session it will be work. So next window also will be coming work.
Yes,
This
yes.
same
You are
thing.
correct. You are correct.
Global template.
Global one.
Yes. So basically, temporary table have two type of temporary table. Okay, one is local and second one global. So local will work with the current session only, and if I want that temporary table, any temporary table, this will use in multiple session. So that time we will go with the global temporary table. Okay, by using double hash we can create global temporary table.
Okay, but like mostly it advise not to drop the temporary table once the query has means once we do the work within that temp table. Then like what's the usage difference between like global temporary table and normal temporary table means
Mostly
exactly.
we are not using this global temporary table, but for learning purpose
Hmm.
we are created. Okay,
Okay.
maybe any requirement are there which
Hmm.
we can use in multiple session, but I don't have idea what is the requirement which will be
Hmm.
used.
Hmm.
But this is the way only to create a global temporary table for using multiple session. If you will close this one, then it will
So,
go. It
Close
Sandeep,
will
it.
drop.
one case could be where you want to call one stored procedure from another stored procedure, and you are
Mhm.
referencing that global variable, I mean global table, temp table. There you can use the global temp table.
Yes.